Hello everybody, my name is Dan St. Germain. This is my YouTube channel along with some brothers and sisters here who have access to this channel. As you all know, on December 27th I was yanked. I'm not going to get into these. There's several videos how the Lowell police came in and yanked me out. There's a 42-minute video. There's a full live, unedited of the entire event from this time that the alleged victim, Miss Morris, my wife, walked in, all the way through to the police yanking me out, and showing the hand, a piece of a hand of a police officer shutting it off shortly after I was dragged downstairs. Somebody shut that off. You can hear that Robin's away from the computer. It's not her. I'll explain why I'm making this video for Officer D'Angelo, the state attorney, and others in a minute, because that's why this is being done. For my protection and for Robin's protection, and for the public to see. It's provided by the United States Constitution, because all things should be public, under the 5th and 6th Amendments of the Constitution, and in this case, a violation of the 4th Amendment. We have equal protection under the law. Now, it appears from all the information I've been gathering since the 27th, and they did that in the video, and Robin had put in this. You see, apparently what had happened, from what I'm understanding through channels of information, filings, recordings, and others, is that on the night in question, Robin did say nothing, and the police arrested me, and they did not charge me, and they did not make out that affidavit. As I just made in the last video, go look at them if you haven't seen them. Police broke into my computer. Everybody please stop uploading tonight. No more videos on this channel. Keep these videos together, please, family. Officer D'Angelo at 9:06 p.m. on December 27th, I just made a video a little while ago off the phone showing this computer that she made an email to herself, and she actually had that video at 9:06 p.m. just minutes after I was taken out and when Robin was gone outside of her presence. And this is my computer and nobody else's. She took it, she never asked, she never advised, and she didn't have a warrant. So I just sent her the video that I made on that. I also sent the video of the link on YouTube of the 42 minutes of the breakdown of that night. And I also made a video as I was sending those two videos. I made another video and just uploaded it showing I sent it so you could all see that it was sent to Officer D'Angelo for preservational purposes, for my own protection, so you can see what's going every step of the way. If something happens to me, we know what the results are. I have had no issues with the Lowell Police Department in 5 years that I've been in this area. Nothing. Okay, I never seen them, never talked to them, haven't had coffee with them. Okay, now it appears that the next morning that the state attorney or the police called Robin, and Robin said some things on that phone apparently, and that may be the cause of some of the twist in this case. I don't know, but I guarantee there's a recording, and now they're going to try to say that Robin said these things. This is not a sworn statement. She refused to make a sworn statement on the night that the police were making the report. It says in there that she refused to make one. So they tried to trick her the next morning after they figured out what they did and what they messed up. And they saw this video and they couldn't use that. They called her the next morning after they planted false information in her head, like is presented in the video. You said he hit you? How did this get on the floor? Robin does remember that night that there was multiple police in the kitchen. When I was here, and I was yanked downstairs, there was only Officer D'Angelo. We will find out in this case, in the federal civil litigation, and in the criminal case, if it goes that far, which I don't even think is going to go far enough on the 15th, because of what's next, that there was other officers up here, and they were feeding her information, drunk, blacked out. She remembers nothing of that night. She said it repeatedly to everybody that she's spoken to, and the family here and everything when I was gone. She has always stated that, from my understanding to everybody, that she doesn't remember anything of that night. But the next morning, obviously, she did. What she does know is her arm was broken, that I was in jail, and that police had fed her information in their kitchen. She has made no sworn statement, but now they're going to try to scare the shit out of her. I promise you that. Well, let's see what happens. I'm inferring that by reasonable implication of everything that's unfolded the way it has. The only sworn statement Robin has made is this. After she was sent via courier and a copy of the video, and she made this in conjunction and assistance with, I won't say who, but she's a close friend, and many of you know her here. We are not lawyers, and I'm going to read this, and what this is is Robin submitted this and wanted to remove from this. She was so upset. From my understanding, when I was served with this, and I'll read it at the end, I was served with this via, at the very bottom line, down here, via courier. And I was served this, and then I took it, and I have it, and everything is now filed in the clerk's office. And it's been in a couple of days. The state is being served also via U.S. Postal Service. This is an amicus file. She's a third party with an interest in the outcome. It's a judicial notice. It's a sworn affidavit of Robin Morris invoking her Fourth Amendment right. Alleged victim with the interest in the outcome. I, Robin Morris, of, I won't say the address online, an alleged victim within the residence of Lowell, Massachusetts police report and sworn affidavit indicating alleged domestic allegations therein implicating Daniel St. Germain as a perpetrator and I, Robin Morris, as a victim, which directly quote me stating, Robin said, now this is Robin's affidavit, she's withdrawing from the case, she says, are not of my recollection or evidence in full video and audio recording on December 27, 2018 between the times of 8:40 p.m. and 9 p.m. are of such contrast and contradiction, I shall now invoke my Fourth Amendment right to silence, to circumvent any further confusion or misinterpretation of which have to this point gone so far as to cause arrest and criminal charges that I shall not be contacted to speak, nor shall I respond to any prosecutors, investigators, or victim witness persons or entities, and require they refrain from continuing in such conduct as they have since the inception of this initial police call by a neighbor and continuing case. I'm going to finish up here. She's stating that they called her the next morning. They're pushing and they got a tape recording. It's not a sworn statement. They're trying to get things and they're going to scare the hell out of her now. And I'm going to make sure, that she has right representation, that this doesn't happen from the get-go. And this is going in the email immediately to Officer Antonia to make sure that these things don't happen. And it will be filed in the clerk's office. This is all evidence that I did not intimidate officers. They're saying it was for threat. I was saying, and I continue to say, 1, for educational purposes, 2, for preservation of my constitutional civil rights. This had everything to do with stopping them from doing wrong, and they refused to, and they now continue. Back to the state. My statements and desire of my choice and right are now invoked by virtue of the United States Constitution as well as the Massachusetts State Constitution. All my desires and requests to be left alone and terminate implying my victimization in this case with Daniel St. Germain's termination as an alleged perpetrator be squashed immediately. She has a statutory oath on here. Sorry. And it's all signed. The statutory oath says, I hereby declare under the penalties of perjury that all foregoing facts are true and correct to my understanding, recollection, and evidence by audio and visual recording preserved that evening. Respectfully submitted, Robin Morris. This was signed and filed on January 22nd, 2019. That was 3 days ago. It's the 25th. This is in full effect. You should be seeing or hearing from nobody. And the state should have been served by now, and Officer D'Angelo will receive this, Antonia, right now in the email when this is done. Certificate of service, I hereby certify true copy of the foregoing affidavit and invocation without equivocation was sent via U.S. mail on this 22nd day of January 2019 to State Attorney's Office. I'm not going to get an air address. And then it says CC, Daniel L. St. Germain served in hand via courier. Respectfully submitted, Robin Morris. Okay? So that's what's going on, people. I thank you for your time. This isn't really for entertainment here. This is education, but more than that, it's preservation unto life and liberty for myself and now for Robin, as she suffers alone and she's scared and nobody's going near her, and she will not, she already knows she's not going to, she doesn't want to speak to anybody. She said it right here. She said it right here. So this is all for that purpose. Stay tuned. We'll see how this unfolds. I go to court on the 15th. This is judicial notice. The court has no need to go on with this. We also have the discs and everything else. Obviously, D'Angelo has everything too. Everybody has everything. Everybody here knows that I do everything in public. Everything is out front. There's nothing to hide. Her secret lies and going in my email was her worst thing. And let this all be a lesson to you when I said let there be no secrets. Not in your emails, not anywhere. These are the things that they can use against you. That's why we have no secrets. I have no secrets. When you have no secrets, you have nothing to hide. Nobody has anything against you. I love you all.